Matchday 16 in La Liga. EA Sports broadcasts the game between Osasuna and Deportivo Alaves at El Sadar. Osasuna were coming into this game looking to get back to winning ways, having gone winless in their previous 3 fixtures ahead of kickoff. In front of them, a Deportivo Alaves side with just 1 win in their last 9, but also with a new manager in the dugout, Eduardo Coudet, replacing Luis Garcia Plaza. And it only took 40 seconds into the game to see the first goal of the Eduardo Coudet era at Deportivo Alaves. It was Quique Garcia heading home against his former side in Osasuna, instantly apologising to the home faithful that he had put Deportivo Alaves in the lead, as we say, on just 40 seconds into the game. Carlos Martin doing well on the left-hand side to cut in onto his right foot. He was given time and space on the ball, played a good ball in, and Quique Garcia was there for the diving header to score his 5th La Liga goal of the season, and it was at the expense of his former employers. Deportivo Alaves were actually fairly quiet in front of goal for the vast majority of the game. Ante Budimir was fairly quiet in the first half as well, except for this challenge just about 3 minutes into the game. He brought down the ball with his chest, and then trying to bring the ball down with his foot, ended up catching Antonio Blanco right in the chest. He was lucky that it was just a yellow card. Joan Jordan then tried his luck from a free kick on the edge of the box, but failed to hit the target. Joan Jordan, the only change made by Eduardo Coudet to the starting 11 compared to the last 11 that Luis Garcia Plaza had set up in Alaves' 1-1 draw against Leganés last time out. Abel Bretones was starting as the left winger for Osasuna, here just failing to hit the target because the man on screen there, Brian Zaragoza, is out for the next few months with a serious ankle injury. Abkar was then shown a yellow card for bringing down Bretones minutes later. Osasuna really struggled to cause any serious danger in the first 45, and they thought they'd had a penalty here. Initially, nothing was given by the official, Cesar Sotogrado, as Ante Budimir was pulled to the ground by Santiago Mourinho. Quite clearly there was a pull of the shirt. But after checking, it actually was not given as a penalty, because just before Mourinho pulls the shirt of Ante Budimir, Catena actually completely shoulder barges into Mourinho, and therefore it was deemed a foul on the centre-back rather than a foul from the centre-back on Budimir. Alaves would then go up the other end and find the back of the net, and it was Quique Garcia again. But this time it was ruled out for offside, and it was the right decision. Regardless, it was a very nice finish from the former Osasuna man. Lucas Torró was also quite lucky to only see a yellow card here, as he caught Quique Garcia with an elbow in the face. Nahuel Tenaglia was also booked in this move for arguing with the referee based on the colour of the card, but it was Torró who went straight in with his elbow, catching his former teammate in the side of the face. Again, just a yellow card. This was in fact the only shot on target from Deportivo Alaves that would not end up in a goal. As we see here, it probably was going to be ruled out for offside, and by quite some margin though. Osasuna down at the other end again would try through Abel Bretones to get an equaliser, but the left back could only hit this one over the bar. Osasuna were much better in the final 10 minutes of the first period, but Sivera was there to answer every call. Areso was providing a lot of width down the right-hand side, here playing the low cross in that Sivera was able to get 2 hands to. It was Arezzo again who found space down the same side. This time, though, Sivera had to parry the cross away for a corner. From that corner it was Cadena who could only head over. At half-time, Vicente Moreno brought on Raúl García, a second striker, to try and get back in the game. And it's fair to say Osasuna were much improved at the start of the second half. Raúl García with a shot on target. First chance of the second half for Osasuna. Straight at Sivera, though. Good reaction nonetheless. Needed two opportunities there to bring the ball under control. Minutes later, though, Alaves would have a corner at the other end, and it was Quique García looking for his second. He can only head over the crossbar here despite being completely unmarked inside the penalty area. Osasuna kept on throwing men forward. Here it was Jon Moncayola picking out Arezzo. His first cross, lovely ball in, and it was Cadena there with the shot that was denied by a superb stop from Antonio Sivera. Incredibly getting down low in time and sending the ball away out for a corner. Unfortunately, though, for Sivera, Osasuna equalised from said corner. It was Cadena who had the chance. He headed the ball down to Ante Budimir to score his 10th La Liga goal of the season. Not necessarily the prettiest goal he'll score this campaign, but they all count the same. And 8 minutes into the second half, Osasuna were back level through their talisman, the Croatian international Ante Budimir here. Not much Sivera could do with that one. Took a deflection as well off Abkar. As we just see there. Good reactions from Budimir. It's now 54 La Liga goals for him since joining Osasuna. Lucas Torró instantly tried to make it 2-1 with this shot from distance, but his effort was easily claimed by Sivera. García would go on to get another corner here as his effort from outside the box took a deflection. There was then a free kick later on into the half for Osasuna, and with about half an hour left on the clock, the home side managed to take the lead through a free kick from Rubén García. His effort coming off Jon Guridi and completely catching out Antonio Sivera, who had been superb in the game up until that point, but again, not much he could do to keep that one out. Budimir couldn't get enough power on this shot, though, to make it 3-1 and put the game to bed just a couple of minutes later. That was when Deportivo Alaves brought on Abde Rebak. He came on to replace Carlos Martin, who had provided the assist for Quique García's first goal of the game. And I say first because he would get a second and the equaliser for Deportivo Alaves. Just 7 minutes after Osasuna had taken the lead, Quique García would score his second goal of the game, and Alaves' second goal of the game for that matter. At this point now, he had apologised to both ends of the ground. Scoring at both ends, Carlos Vicente with a good ball across the face of goal, and Alaves with very limited chances that they'd created overall. We're incredibly back on level terms again. Osasuna not able to capitalise on their chances and not able to keep out their former striker. They kept on pushing though. Osasuna in here. It was Ante Budimir again, bringing out another save from Sivera. Lovely ball in from the right from Jesus Areso. And even falling over, the Alaves goalkeeper was able to parry that one away, but he would still be called into action once more here, as Budimir would come together with Abkar at the front post. Tenaglia just there to kick away the remaining danger. Tony Martinez then came on for Quique Garcia, and the former Osasuna man actually received a standing ovation from the home supporters despite scoring twice against the hosts. It was then Raul Garcia's turn to score the winner for Osasuna, or so he thought, but there was Antonio Sivera once again, this time down low with his knee to send the ball away for another corner kick. Superb performance really from the Deportivo Alaves man in between the sticks. Lucas Torro had another effort late on, but he could only head this one over the crossbar. And Yomon Cayola picked up a late yellow card that will see him suspended for Osasuna's next game, a trip away to Espanyol. He brought down Abde Rebak, who was looking to maybe start a counter-attack in stoppage time. The points were shared. 2-2 was the final score at El Sadar between Osasuna and Deportivo Alaves.